in America, we love our pickup trucks. Last year, in 2022 alone, almost 2 million trucks were sold. Of those, 654,000 were Ford F-Series. But recently a study showed that many truck owners actually don't use the truck features as often as they thought they would, if at all. And that's the thing about truck shopping. It can get pretty complicated. Today, we're looking at the different sizes and classes of trucks. I'll also tell you which trucks offer the best fuel economy within its segment. By the way, a lot of time and research was done to put this video together, and I really want to know what you think. So, while you're watching this, please comment below and share your thoughts. Choosing a pickup truck is no easy task. Reason is, there are various sizes and classes of trucks. At the end of the day, you need to prioritize what your specific needs are for a truck and not just your wants. For example, whether you need a daily commuter, a light weekender, a serious off-roader, or a workhorse truck. For example, if you're searching for something in the small category, the 2024 Ford Maverick is one of the cheapest trucks you can find. It's a starting MSRP of $23,440, so it's rather affordable. It's a 4-door, 5-passenger compact crew cab pickup, and it sits on the same unibody platform we see in the Ford Escape and the Bronco Sport. For that price, the Maverick isn't a serious off-roader or a workhorse. It's more of a city truck, something you can use for your daily commute, weekend camping, or if you need to haul some stuff around like a light trailer. It comes standard with full hybrid and front-wheel drive, and if you have the option for a conventional 2-liter EcoBoost 4-cylinder turbo with all-wheel drive. It can only tow 2,000 pounds standard or 4,000 if you choose the conventional turbo engine with the 4K tow package option. The Maverick is also one of the most fuel-efficient trucks. The hybrid version offers 42 miles a gallon in the city and 33 on the highway. Actually, because of its price point and fuel efficiency, the Maverick's been selling like hotcakes. So much so that even Ford can't keep up with the demand. Its only real competition here in the States is the Hyundai Santa Cruz. But mind you, the 2024 Santa Cruz has a smaller bed, just 4 feet, compared to the Maverick's 4.5 feet. Has a starting price of $26,650, which is $3,200 higher, only comes as a conventional gas-powered variant, and offers a fuel efficiency of only 22 in the city and 26 on the highway. That said, Santa Cruz can tow more and also has a few more features. If you need something a bit larger and a bit more powerful, you'll need to step up to mid-size trucks. A mid-size pickup is a good option for someone who doesn't need a heavy-duty workhorse, but wants a daily commuter that can tow and haul more than a compact truck and or wants more off-roading capabilities than a compact truck. Mid-size trucks, compared to full-size trucks, are easier to get in and out of. They're also easier to maneuver in tight spaces like parking lots, and they're usually more fuel efficient too. Think iconic names like Ford Ranger, for example. The 2024 model is a complete redesign. The exterior styling is now closer to the F-150, especially the front end. The base model comes with a 2.3 inline-4 turbo that outputs 270 horsepower and is a starting price of $32,565. It does come with the option for the V6 EcoBoost if you want to kick it up a notch. The Ranger is larger than the Maverick, with a 5-foot bed, for example, and it's built on a more traditional pickup truck chassis, so it'll give you better off-roading capabilities. Plus, its tow package allows it to pull up to 7,500 pounds. Its estimated fuel efficiency is 19 in the city and 29 on the highway, depending on the configuration. You can compare that to the 2024 Chevy Colorado, which is the smaller sibling of the Silverado. This is the new generation of the Colorado with an estimated starting price around $31,000 for the 4-door cab with a 5-foot bed. Chevy nixed the V6 and diesel options and replaced it with the Turbo Max engine, which outputs 430 pound-feet of torque. It'll tow up to 7,700 pounds, which is the most towing capability in the mid-size segment, so it can haul campers, boats, and snow machines with ease. If you're a serious off-roader, you'll want to consider the Colorado ZR2 Bison, which is the beast version with 10.7 inches of ground clearance and 35-inch Goodyear Wrangler Territory mud terrain tires. Fuel economy is said to be 20 in the city and 25 on the highway. For its rear-wheel drive models in 19 and 23, respectively, for the 4-wheel drive versions. Or compare that with the 2024 Toyota Tacoma. The Taco has a complete redesign as well. In short, Toyota dropped the V6. It now comes standard with a turbocharged 2.4 inline-4 and 8-speed automatic. Or you can opt for the iForce Max hybrid powertrain, which generates 326 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque, if you really need speed and more off-roading capabilities. Now, many specs on this truck are still not yet released, like the price and gas mileage, but you bet the hybrid will offer benefits. The new Tacoma is expected to tow 6,000 to 6,500 pounds. If you haven't seen my video on the 2024 Tacoma, check it out. But now, if you need even more power and features for work, I'm talking a workhorse here, you'll need to step up to full-size category. Believe it or not, full-size trucks are more diverse than the mid-size ones. This mainly comes down to the fact that most of them are offered in light-duty and heavy-duty variants. True, they're classified separately and have completely different capabilities, but automakers often share many parts and design cues between them. Here's the deal. The heavier the classification of the truck, the better the truck will be at towing and hauling. But there are trade-offs to that. Usually, the better the towing, the worse the ride quality becomes. Light-duty pickups are the more practical choice for most U.S. drivers, but it depends on your real need. The most popular truck in America is the Ford F-150. The thing is, you can choose from gas, hybrid, or all-electric powertrains. So you have more options to choose from. The 2023 base trim starts at $33,835 with max towing at 8,200 pounds and fuel economy of 19 miles a gallon in the city and 24 on the highway. If you go for a higher trim with the 3.5-liter EcoBoost V6, you can get up to 14,000 pounds of max towing. Now the most popular trim is the XLT Super Cab 5.5-foot box four-wheel drive. It comes with the 3.3-liter V6 four-wheel drive and starts at $54,445. If you go for a hybrid, you're looking at a towing max of 12,700 pounds, whereas the Lightning, which is the all-electric version, gives you 7,700 pounds and 320 miles of driving range. The downside of the F-150 is that it's not as luxurious a truck as, say, the Ram 1500. So let's talk about the 2023 Ram 1500. The base trim starts at $37,905. And the most popular trim is the Laramie Crew Cab 5-foot 7-inch box four-wheel drive, which comes with a 3.6-liter V6 four-wheel drive at a starting price of $58,980. Here's the thing about the Ram 1500. It excels in comfort compared to most of its competitors, but its fuel economy is disappointingly low unless you go diesel. There's also the 2024 Toyota Tundra. For this model, Toyota dropped the V8, and the truck comes in a new iForce 3.4 twin-turbo V6, which actually offers more punch than the previous V8 on paper. Plus, there's the option for hybrid powertrain. The max towing capacity is 11,120 pounds. The base model offers 17 miles in the city and 22 on the highway. But here's the thing. When it comes to full-size pickups for work purposes, if you own the business NAD, you reimburse your workers for gas, then fuel economy is probably something you want to look at. But if you're the worker who's being reimbursed, then my guess is you and most workers probably aren't too concerned about that. Now, logically, it makes sense that bigger and heavier trucks will pull more weight and haul more cargo. There are other variables, too, like axle ratios. Higher axle ratios mean higher tow ratings, for example. You also have gross vehicle weight ratings, or GVWR for short, and so forth. Now, automakers love to advertise the maximum capacity of their pickups, especially when it comes to heavy-duty ones. But here's the thing. 9 times out of 10, those ratings specifically apply to uncommon configurations and unconventional towing methods. What do I mean by that? Take the Ram 3500, for example. It can tow up to a whopping 37,090 pounds. But you got to read the fine print. That towing capacity is only possible with a high-output 6.7-liter Cummins turbo diesel inline 6 and only if the trailer is connected via a bed-mounted fifth-wheel hitch and the truck is a single-cab, dual rear-wheel drive version. See what I mean? It's a similar story for payload capacities that get advertised in general. That's why you truly need a work beast that can regularly tow or haul heavy loads. You need to take the body style configuration and mechanical specs into consideration before making a final decision. I also recommend that you overestimate the necessary capacities so that you can potentially avoid unsafe conditions. If you need a truck for work purposes, you'll also want to consider how many people you'll need to transport to the work site on a regular basis. When it comes to trucks, you got 3 main cab sizes. Most is the regular cab, known as a single cab. Regular cabs only have 2 doors and a single row of seats. Usually you can seat 2 to 3 passengers. Then there's the extended cab. Extended cabs include a back seat. The biggest and most popular configuration is the crew cab. Crew cabs have 4 doors and have the most spacious back seat available. If your need for a truck is to carry cargo, you'll need to look at the cargo bed options. Many trucks offer more than one bed size. Usually you'll have a short bed and a long bed. Sometimes there's a third size between these two. Depends on truck model and trim. Typically, standard beds measure between 5 and 6.5 feet. Long beds come in a variety of sizes and can measure up to 8 feet. Say this 3 times fast. Pickup powertrain platter. Actually, this is important to your pickup. Currently, almost every truck currently on the market has 2 or more engine options. I'll bet some of you watching this video believe that real trucks are those with a V8 and a 4-wheel drive. And you're not alone. There's also the fact that not one single midsize truck is available with 8 cylinders. The fact is that all these different engine sizes and their accompanying transmissions, which are part of what's called the powertrain, can make the pickup truck buying process even more complicated than it already is. If you're looking at the most diverse choices, look at full-size light-duty trucks because they usually offer more powertrains options as well as trims. The general rule is that the smaller the engine, the better the fuel economy. The thing is, normally these engines have to work harder than larger engines to move the additional weight. That affects fuel economy if you're towing. So if you know that you're regularly towing a lot in your pickup, your best bet is to look at the more powerful engines as well as different diesel options that are offered on many models. This even applies to mid-sized trucks like the GMC Canyon. Diesel powertrains are one of the most expensive options, but they tend to be more fuel efficient and have substantial amounts of torque that make towing easier. The diesel engine versus gas debate is particularly noteworthy when it comes to heavy-duty trucks, which have fewer powertrain choices than their light-duty counterparts. Of course, cost of diesel fuel and other maintenance costs unique to these oil-burning engines have to be factored in too. But now you tell me what's your favorite truck and why. Please share by commenting below. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for your support.